Why not?
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Who's ready for the first? Who is ready for the autumn season? Well, I am, and I've got my hot spiced coffee right here. And you go and fill up whatever it is you're going to have this afternoon, because we have a beautiful windowsill full of wonderful autumn colors. It's the Autumn Extravaganza. Hey everybody, I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. Let me have a sip of this hot spiced coffee here. Just a second. That is good stuff. Let me put that back down. And it's in an anchor hocking C handle. Not the D handle, but the C handle mug. And I don't know whether, but you can see it is a beautiful fall brown color. So that's the only thing I'm not going to sell. Now, you know, I was hoping for a blaze of sunlight to be flooding my windowsill today, and the weather is not cooperating, but it sort of does feel like autumn when you have this kind of weather. Hey, it is only, well, it's the last weekend in August. Next weekend is the last big summer weekend, Labor Day weekend, and then of course autumn doesn't get here till 22, 23, 20, something like that of September. But all right, let's go down the aisle. We're going to go pretty quickly. Everything that you see is currently up for auction in the Old Curiosity Shop. Most of the things were listed last night, and they'll run for about, 7 days or so. We'll go over here to the homemade ceramics from 1976. This is this wonderful homemade ceramic pumpkin head. And he's a good size, a good 10-inch by about 11 inches tall. The electrical cords are just fine. There they are down there. I don't know if you can see the light bulb inside, but he's very nicely painted, and he dates to 1976. Now, made in Japan is this nightlight. Good night. I am in love with this thing. He's got marbles for eyes, and they're all lit up. And he's a little nightlight there, made in Japan, as I said. You can experiment with different kinds of light bulbs. I've got a white light bulb in there, but you could stick an orange light bulb in there, and he would even have more of an orangey glow. But there are no chips or cracks on him, and his cord has an on-off switch in the cord, which makes it easy to turn off and on. And there's an acorn here, and the marbles are all lit up, and he, again, is in perfect condition. That would be a wonderful, not so scary addition to your autumn decor. Okay, we're going to stick with bookends. These are made, this is an old mold that dates to the 1920s. Jennings Brothers, I think, put it out first, and then the Philadelphia Manufacturing Company got a hold of these molds and reissued these in the 1950s and 60s. The little felt bottoms are missing, and these are unmarked because at this point, PMC, Philadelphia Manufacturing Company, they were usually just putting paper labels. But these are the love owls. You can see they are nesting up to each other. And if we turn them over, we have the one with his wing over the other one. So very heavy, nice detail, as I said, because it's the old original 1920s mold. And there's no damage on either one of these. All right, I've got two hens on nest. I think Indiana glass. So here's one with the beaded edge in amber. Candy dish. We're all familiar with these. Beautiful color. I have two of these. This one right here is slightly darker, just slightly darker. Hold on, we're gonna run down here. Hold on. Here's the second one, which is a little bit lighter in color. So this is more of a honey amber color, as you can see. Wonderful place to hide your candy corns. Let's get him up there in a little bit of sunlight. Beautiful. Don't drop it. Put this one back down carefully. When I was young, I mastered the art of lifting candy jar lids and stealing candy without making a sound. Okay, so that one is that lighter color amber. Hold on, we're gonna zip down here again. And this one's just a little bit darker, as you can see. There's no iridescence on either one, although it may sort of look that way. A replacement piece for someone who needs the sugar bowl in the Vernon Ware pattern there. That's got nice fall colors. That's just a replacement for somebody. We have 4 Federal Madrid sherbets, and they didn't call this color amber. What did they call it? Sunshine yellow, sunrise yellow. They had a special name for it, and it's escaping me right now, but it's 4 of those. Remember, you're going to get some rough seams with Federal glass. It's just, you have to just live with them. Depression glass, that's 1930s. Let's get my coffee out of the way. Put it over here next to the owls. Now you stay out of that. This is probably one of my favorite pieces of the whole collection here. Westmoreland glass made English hobnail. It looks like Anchor Hocking's Miss America, but this is the Westmoreland English hobnail. It's not marked. It's probably 1950s. It was big then. And it's a wonderful candy dish. Look at how the light just bounces off of that. It's nice and heavy glass. There's no damage on this. Fill it up with Harvest Mix and you're all... You know what? Wait a minute. Hold on. Have a sip of your coffee. Hold on. We are not. We're going to do this right. Now, come on. If you're going to do it right. Come on now. You have to. You can't skimp when it comes to... Wait a minute now. Okay, there we go. Can you resist it? You know you can't. Jeanette made this one in the crackle pattern. Dates to also the late 20s, 30s. It's that typical style of candy jar there that we see. That one does have some iridescence on it. And then the futuristic candlesticks here, Lotus. This is in amber and it has a wonderful Art Deco pattern. Can you see that? Look at that. Very futuristic. I think a subscriber helped me out. I didn't have time to look these up and they looked them up for me. Once again, go to the auction site, the eBay site. You'll get better descriptions of everything. These are going to date to the late 20s to the early 30s, sometime after 1925. Nice Art Deco candlesticks made in Japan. A little tiny porcelain cat who has sort of a Halloween look to him. A made in Japan piece there. And then I've got these, just sort of give me the feel of autumn colors. Knowles pottery for the little snack sets there. 1940s probably, in that era. But it's nice and heavy. This is pottery. It's all very well done, and serve some pumpkin pie on that. Probably Paden City, although other companies made black glass vases in this same shape. I like this one because there's no etching on it. No flowers, no fruit, no grapes. Just a beautiful black glass vase. Black glass really became the rage in the early 1930s. This dates to that era. And you can just go, you say, oh, black glass, it's not very, well, listen, put a wonderful, colorful fall arrangement in there. You'll be the only one who has one on your dining room table. We have to have a piece of cranberry glass from the autumn season. Here's a nice candy dish, an iridescent one on a stem. Not sure of the maker on that. It's just iridescent. And it's going to date to that 1930, 1920, 1930 era. Now I have lots of King's Crown and I'm selling it in different lots, so we're going to go through them. Tiffin made this in the 50s, 60s, so we have one lot of 5 of the little cordials or little wine glasses or little juice glasses or whatever you'd like to serve in them. So there's one auction of 5. And then I have another auction of 6 of the heavy either water goblets or wine glasses. That one needs to be washed. That still has tape on it from the sticker. When I took the tape off, I've got to clean that one. And then we're going to go down, we're going to do another auction of 5 of the little ones and 6 of the larger ones. So you'll see all of those listed separately. Combining for lower shipping doesn't always work because once the box gets over 12, 12, 12, shipping is crazy. So if you want me to combine anything, talk to me in advance, please, please, please. We'll see what we can do. It's kind of difficult to give you shipping quotes when you say, well, can you combine this, 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 this? It's hard for me to do because I don't really know what size box I'm going to have to use until I get things wrapped up. But I don't charge extra for shipping, and I will combine anytime that it's possible for me to do it safely. Another one of my favorite items in this sale is this wonderful autumn-colored cream and sugar. This is Mori Brothers, so this is Japan, and it's going to date to after 1921, but probably before 1930. Wonderful cream and sugar in these really pretty autumn colors again. And we have the underplate. I wish the sun had cooperated today. Not nice. They are marked on the bottom. There's the old mark. Crazing, of course, in the glaze. We expect to see that. But we don't have chips or cracks on this. And it's just, boy, that is very versatile. There's so much you can do with that. So much you can do with that. All right, we talked about this. This right here, wonderful. It dates to about 1933. I did find it in a 1933 catalog. It was never issued with a lid. This is an open sugar bowl. And we'll turn it upside down and we'll see that the maker is Stouffer Fine China. Now that's a company in Chicago. Some of the gents that worked for that company also worked for Picard. Okay, Stouffer Fine China. And this is all 22, heavily encrusted 22 karat gold. This was not cheap when it was new in 1933, and that is absolutely glowing. You could use that with all sorts of, well, now see, I say glowing and I can't really get the light on there that I'd like to have. That is a quality item, and boy, well, that would be beautiful. It's not huge. Tea for 2, coffee for 4. It's really, really pretty. High quality as well. 1933. Everybody remembers these. Our grandmothers all had them. This one is made in Japan. After the war, a little turkey planter there of pottery, of ceramic, and he doesn't have any damage. Okay, back to the Jeanette Company, Jeanette, Pennsylvania. Here's sort of a quilted diamond pattern vase. That's going to date probably to the 1950s, actually. They made glass with sort of a Floral gold effect, which is what they called it, and that's what you get here. It's a very, very shiny, as you can see, effect there. So it doesn't have the quality of the early Carnival glass of 1910, but it was still a popular color and popular glass in the mid-century. A little crackle glass collection here. These 3 are being sold together. And they're all hand-blown with rough pencils and applied handles. That one is actually amberina, isn't it? And these 2, wonderful fall color. Jeanette also in a Floral gold line made these leaf dishes. They're not ashtrays, and I think you could get 4 of them or 6 of them in a set. You could serve nuts in them, individual nuts. I only have these 2, but I'm serving autumn mix. Let's just go ahead. Who wants to mess with one of these little candy corns? Let's go for the big pumpkin. All right. Now, okay, in Platinite, there's the creamer. We've talked about these 25,000 times. These came in several different colors, and it was a premium which you got when you purchased so many Kix. I believe it was Kix cereal. And they were called not Gay Fad, Gay Rainbow. And it was blue, green, yellow, and orange. There's the orange one. And Platinite is Hazel Atlas's Milk Glass. Here's an owl figurine. Just a little statue there to add to your owl collection. Probably Japan. I don't see any mark on it. Nicely painted in a kind of a little bit of a shiny glaze. A couple pieces of actual Carnival glass. Now, what do we mean actual? Well, when we talk about the 8 or 9 companies that made Carnival glass, Dugan, Imperial, Fenton, so forth, and we're gonna talk 1904 to about 1930. That's this. This stuff made in the 50s. You'll hear everybody call it. A lot of people call it Carnival glass, but it doesn't really fall into the category of true Carnival. This does. And this one is by Dugan. Diamond, it's cherries. And this is their opal color. Did they call it peach opal? I want to say Dugan's name was peach opal. Look at that. 4 feet on the bottom. It's embossed with cherries. And we have this right around the rim. This rim of this opal color, as they called it. Boy, there's no comparison. I mean, I'm not dissing the Floral Gold. That's a nice piece, but it does not compare to the old 1910 Carnival glass, in my opinion. Look at the iridescence on that. I mean, it's just, that just stands up on all 3 of those little legs and dances all around. Really sweet piece. And then another little one here. A little nappy, and this is also one of these peach opal pieces. The peach color, and the opalescent, and the iridescence. Very nice. Carnival. This is dated 1950 something or other. Well, 1958. We can see it right there. And this is one of those well, I listed it and then I forgot. Something product. It's that synchro wood, that fake wood stuff. You know what I mean. It's a synthetic material that looks like wood. And you could serve rolls on that from the late 50s. I like this. I like the colors of it as well. Okay, we're just about to wrap things up here. A few more items. This wonderful piece of art glass in this pulled feather design, a classic design for art glass. A nice brown color and white. Studio art glass, and it is signed by the maker down here on the bottom. But I thought that piece of art glass would be nice for the autumn season. We certainly don't always have to decorate with black and orange. We can look at the beautiful colors of nature as fall comes to greet us in about, 3.5 weeks from now. We talked about the King's Crown and the Indiana glass hand-on nest. Here's a chalkware mallard duck who has no serious damage, no cracks and no repairs, a few little light paint chips on him. Undoubtedly you could get 2 or 3 of these, but he has his hook back there to be hung on the wall. We had an old store in this area called Pomeroy's. I don't know if anybody else did, but This was bought at Pomeroy's for $1.49, and it says set, so I'm guessing there were 2 or 3 of them. Well, the other 2 have flown south for the winter, and we just have this one, so I'm sure he'd like to fly into your home. We have a beautiful piece of art glass here, an art glass vase, Italian art glass. This was so difficult to photograph because I was getting all the reflections. It's even more beautiful in person, so I don't know, can you see there's even flecks of gold in this glass right here? It is signed by the, well, we have the artist's label here. And you can go to, as I said, you can go to my auction site to find out more about the artist. It's just a really beautiful vase. It's heavy glass, wonderful fall colors. I can barely even get you to see it without all these reflections. It says made in Italy on the bottom, and as I said, it is a very heavy piece of glass and just really beautiful. That's all glass in there, folks, not paint. It sort of reminds me of somehow the artist being able to take millefiori and then sort of stretching it. I don't know how the glass artist was able to do this, but that is just a beautiful piece of glass, and I hope that you can appreciate it. I know I'm going quickly, and I did, because instead of 3 shows this autumn, I'm only doing 1. This is it. Oh, I might have some surprises in a few weeks or so, but right now this is it for the autumn sale. We're going to wrap it up with that coffee pot we saw at the beginning. There it is, and I was wrong when I said late 50s into early 60s. They actually applied for the patent in the very late 40s, received the patent in the early 50s, and this pot here dates to 1954, 55, 56. It will make 10 cups of coffee. As I said, I've already had brewed it myself, cleaned it, and that's the coffee that I'm drinking right now, which you saw me brew a little earlier. So it's in terrific condition. The only damage is on the 4 little tiny Bakelite feet. We have a chip on one. Does not affect how it stands on the tabletop. It will not wobble. It's just a cosmetic issue that little piece is broken off. We have a wonderful cord that is in excellent condition and works just fine. Nice thing about this pot, the indicator light comes on when it's finished, and it will keep your coffee warm but not continue to percolate it or cook it. It will just stay warm while it's plugged in. You certainly don't want to go shopping and leave it plugged in, but you can make your coffee, leave it plugged in, and it will stay warm. Keep your coffee warm throughout the cold afternoon as you're drinking your cups, and you can make up to 10 cups in this. Okay, so mid-1950s coffee pot there, percolator ready for you. The first secret to very tasty percolated coffee is start off with cold tap water, not hot. Okay, that'll do it. Next, we want to thoroughly wet or dampen the basket. This will help stop any small, finely ground bits of coffee from actually getting into your final brew. You see, the water just clogs up the holes a little bit. Okay. Now the basket is placed down inside of the percolator itself. Fits right in there. Okay, so there's water here, we can see. We're not plugged in yet. All right, let's get our coffee. What are we going to start with today? Well, it's the last weekend of August. Pumpkin spice? No way. We still have some nice shore weather. I'm not ready for pumpkin spice, but how about apple crisp? Now we're talking. Be sure to take care when you dump your ground coffee into the basket. Don't let any of it slip down in that little hole right there or on the sides. You'll have some coffee that's got some brown bits floating around in it that you might not want. Now we're going to place the filter here, cover the cap on top, And where's my lid? Percolator lid firmly in place. We're going to plug this in and we're going to have coffee in about 10 minutes. Take a look at this mid-century coffee pot. Just look at the word Coffee-matic spelled right across there. Boy, isn't that screaming the mid-50s into the 1960s? We have an option for mild, medium, or strong. I think today we're going to go for medium. Let's see what happens when we plug it in. Well, there's a sound we remember from our grandparents' house. And can't you smell it? You know you can. This old percolator is going to town. I've got it set on medium, so we'll have some nice hot medium flavored coffee in just a few minutes. I've got my Anchor Hocking jadeite cup already, restaurant wear, and okay, I know it's not quite autumn, it's not even September yet. I am doing portion control here, thank you to my little Czechoslovakian black and orange lusterware nut cup there. We'll just have a little bit of harvest mix. Hey, if you decide that you would like this coffee pot to be yours, it's available in the old Curiosity Shop. Now, I examined it, cleaned it twice. Boy, I tell you what, I really clean appliances. Then I make coffee and I drink it. So this has been thoroughly cleaned. It's working beautifully. I haven't looked up the date on this, but we can certainly tell that it's one that's going to date from probably sometime right around the late 50s into the 1960s. It might not even be as old as the 50s. It may just be a 1960s model. But there it is, and you get, as I said, medium, mild, and strong coffee in this Coffee-matic Universal. You say, well, how come that indicator light isn't lit? Well, it will light up when the coffee is ready. We just have to wait. Okay, they say a watched pot never boils, so let's go do something else and this coffee will be ready in a flash. Oh, the warm, reassuring glow of that red indicator light. Grandma says, get up! Your coffee's ready! Well, everyone, that's it. Happy end of August. I hope you guys can make it to a swimming pool or the ocean before it gets too chilly. We certainly have several weeks of warm weather to go, but as I said, Labor Day weekend, that's it. Next weekend, and then we'll be in our sweaters and long sleeve shirts and insulated underwear before you know it. If you see anything you like, check out the old Curiosity Shop. That's the store where you can find all these items. I had a good time collecting them and getting them all ready for you. That's it. I'm Scott from the old Curiosity Shop, saying thanks for watching. Wait for the cat. So long for now.